What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am the Bald Ginger. We're jumping back into some Road to the Show today. As you can see by the records on the screen, we are tied for the division lead against the Milwaukee Brewers today. We are playing a 3-game set here, so whoever takes 2 out of 3 is going to be a 1-game lead in the division. As we start off in game number 1, Christian Yelich at the plate here in the top of the first. Runner on first, 2 away. Scores 1-0 Milwaukee already. Here we go. 0-1 pitch taken out into right field here. Easy play, though, to retire the side, and we're getting back to the offensive side of the ball here. All right. 2 away for me, nobody on. Mike Clevenger on the mound. He's got himself a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer, looks like. Maybe it's 98. I can't read it. 90-mile-an-hour cutter and changeup in his repertoire as well. He's got a 12-6 curve. It's also stupid slow, and that's just barely fouled down the third base line. First pitch hacking on that slider. Out in front of it just a little bit too much, and I swing really late at a four-seamer at my eyes. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's not a good start, and we'll take that slider away there. That's a piece of cake take. Now it's a 1-2 count here. Trying to work up this pitch count a little bit. He's only thrown 9 pitches, including that one there that I swing and miss on to strike out to retire the side for Milwaukee. Alrighty. Top of the second, runner on first, 2 away. Got Shea Langoliers at the plate. He's only hitting 170 this season. Working a 2-1 count so far. This ball here is heading right towards the bullpen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it. Oh, just missed it. Just missed it. 2-run bomb there in the second. It is now a 3-0 ball game. Milwaukee is coming out swinging. Bottom of the fourth, I'm back to the plate. It is a 9-1 ball game. Holy cow, Milwaukee has blown this wide open. And yeah, that's a 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer for Mike Clevenger on the mound there. Let's see what we can do here in my second at-bat against him. Slider inside is easy to take. Come on now, big fella. I know you like your four-seamer as well. Cook me one of them puppies right down the middle. Not down the middle. Timing was decent, but center fielder does not have to move hardly to make that play. That's 2 outs now in the bottom of the fourth. Looking at this 8-run deficit. It's now down to 7 runs, but top of the fifth, Sal Frelick at the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day somehow already. Runners on first and second for him with 2 away. 1-2 count here. We're already into the bullpen. Ryan Helsley's thrown 12 pitches now, including the pitch he just threw. I just have to backpedal a couple of steps here to make the play to retire the side and keep this deficit from getting worse. All right, bottom half of the inning. 2 on, nobody out for me. Mike Clevenger's still on the mound, though. It's a 9-2 ball game still. First pitch is a four-seamer in the zone, but I watched it there. That's strike 1. Hitting .648 for slugging percentage. Wow, I'm impressed by that. Four-seamer just off the plate away there. That's a good take. It's now back to even at 1-1. Another one below the knees. It's 2-1 here. I don't know if he's figured out. I'm not going to swing at pitches that I don't want, at least not yet. Ooh, just above the knees with that four-seamer. All right, back to even at 2-2 now. I have not taken the bat off my shoulders yet in this at-bat. He serves me one up. I send it to the shortstop. Easy double play ball there. Runner advanced to third, but now there's 2 out. Not the way we want to make that happen. Ended up scoring a run out of the deal, so that's a perk. It's 9-3 now in the top of the 7th. Victor Caratini at the plate. He's also 0 for 3 today. 1-1 count here with nobody on and 1 away for him. Here's the pitch. Sends one out towards the alley, but I'm going to be able to get there and make the play for 2 away. Alrighty. Tommy Edman at the plate now. He's 2 for 4 so far. He's got a home run and a single with a total of 3 RBIs. He's really been doing some damage here in this one. Runner on first and 2 out for him here. 1-1 pitch on the way. He's lofting one out into right field. This one's going kind of deep. Not quite to the warning track, but awfully close. I end up making the play, and it's time for the stretch, boys and girls. Don't forget to get your Cracker Jack. Bottom of the 8th. Still a 9-3 ball game. 6-run deficit. Pitcher on the mound, Michael Fulmer. He's got a 93-mile-an-hour slider, 97 on the sinker, 98 on his four-seamer, 90 on the circle change, and a slurve that hovers around 80. And way late on that swing there. Popped up the sinker. It's going to be caught behind the plate. One pitch, one out. Dang it. Oh, mama. Bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth here. One out. Oh, could I finally break my 0 for the game? I hope so. Pitcher on the mound's got a 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Nothing else over 86 miles an hour. Check swinging, but it didn't work on the circle change, low and away. Still called it a strike. Dang it. 0-1 count now. Here we go. And I put one into foul territory, and it's going to get out of play. Thank goodness for that. Only downside of that is it's now an 0-2 count. As long as I don't hit the double play, we'll be all right here, I think. Four-seamer up at the eyes. Wow. Easy take there. It's now 1-2. Come on, big fella. Give me something good to swing at here. I don't think that's too much to ask, right? Chopping at the circle change just below the knees there. Fouled that one off. Thankfully, it's still a 1-2 count. Come on, big guy. Give me something good here. Oh, four-seamer right at the top of the zone. Late swing on it. Fouling it away. Still 1-2 count here. Pitch number 6 of the at-bat on its way here momentarily. That's an easy take on the circle change inside. We're back to even 2-2. Alrighty, come on, big fella. I just need one good pitch to swing at. That's all. Oh, out in front of the cutter there. That's a shame. Rip that one foul. Still 2-2 count here. Pitch number 8 in the at-bat on the way momentarily. That's an easy take of the four-seamer above the zone. We're full count. I'm making him work for it. Even if I strike out here, he at least had to throw more than a couple of pitches at me here. So I guess I can be okay with that. We draw the walk on the four-seamer outside. How about that? 9 pitches to put me on first. A walk in the run. 9-5 ball game now. Bases still loaded. And the Brewers do take the win with a score of 9-8. We almost pull off the come from behind walk-off. Not quite. All right, they've won the first one, so they have the 1-game lead in the division now. We're heading on to game number 2. Going to see if we can get this back to even. I'd like to be able to win 2 of 3 here. Definitely not counting my chickens before they've hatched. 319 batting average coming into today's game, 3rd in the National League. That's not so bad. It's the bottom of the first with a runner on second and only 1 out. We're going to try to drive in the run here. Pitcher on the mound, Max Fried. He's got a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 77 on the 12-6 curve. Holy cow. Sinker hits 96 as well. Let's see what happens here. Oh, way late swing on that four-seamer right at the top of the zone. And that's strike 1. Come on, big fella. I know you're a good pitcher here, so we'll see what we can get. Oh, late on the swing on the four-seamer again. I'm expecting to see some of that off-speed goodness, and so far he's just blasting the heater past me here. I'm in an 0-2 hole early in this at-bat. And I swing, but the check swing doesn't work for squat. I don't even know why they tried to have me run to first on that one. Yeah, not a good sign. The only good thing is the runner from second base did make it up to third there. Did not score, however. Top of the second here, Christian Yelich at the plate. Milwaukee's now up 1-0 with nobody on. 1 away. 0-2 count on Christian Yelich here. Puts one into shallow right field. We're able to run in to make that play for 2 away. All right. Top of the third, still a 1-0 ball game. Tommy Edman at the plate. He was hit by a pitch in the first inning, so he has no official at-bats in this one. There's 2 outs and nobody on for him and an 0-2 count. He's going to drive one into right field here. Well hit ball, but we're able to get to it to make the play to end the top half of the third. We're going to the bottom half, see if we can do a little damage. Nothing happens. Top of the fourth, leadoff man Sal Frelick. He is 0 for 1 today. 2-2 count for him with nobody out, nobody on. And he puts a drive into right field as well. This one's heading fairly deep, almost to the warning track, but not quite. If I can get to it to make the play for 1 away. All right, I make it back to the plate here. Bottom of the fourth inning, still 1-0 ball game. Nobody out, nobody on. Same pitcher on the mound, Max Fried. Let's go. Ah, ha, ha. Got me looking stupid with that 12-6 curve. Oh, good pitch. I'd have to tip my cap for that one. That had me completely fooled. And he puts the four-seamer low and inside. Thankfully, I could lay off that one. Back to even at 1-1 here. Another four-seamer inside. 2-1 the count. If I'd have kept the bat on my shoulders here, we'd be at a 3-0 count at this point. But no, I couldn't do it on that first 12-6 curve. Ooh, four-seamer just below the knees there. Makes it a 3-1 count. I don't know if I'm going to see anything good to swing at here or not. Oh, four-seamer just above the knees. Swing and a miss there, way late on the swing. Oh, he's definitely got me fooled with the gas. I can't keep up with it. And I rip one fair down the right field line. That's off the short wall there. So we're going to hold up at first. Oh, I could have made it to second. Dang it. If I'd have known he was going to bobble that ball, I would have kept going. But I'll take the single. A base hit is a base hit. Nothing comes of it, though. As the bottom of the sixth, I'm back up to the plate here with 2 out, nobody on. Milwaukee is up 2-0 now. And we still have Max Fried on the mound. He's thrown 69 pitches to this point in the game. Ooh, four-seamer just missed the bottom of the zone. So, call the ball. It's a 1-0 count here. Let's go. Oh, had me fooled with that 12-6 curve again. Way out in front of it, and it was way below the knees. Not a good look for me. Oh, 12-6 curve again, and the game check swung me. I swung too early on it, and now it's a 1-2 count. Oh, handed me yet another 12-6 curve, still out in front of it. Ripped it foul down the third base line there. 1-2 is still going to be the count. Oh, what am I reaching for that circle change way up and away? My goodness, that was stupid. Absolutely stupid of me. Where is that 5? I can't even see it. Sixth pitch of the at-bat here. Let's go. Four-seamer below the knees. That's a quality take. 2-2 count now. Where did that 5 go? Did it even register? I don't think it did. Either that or it's buried in the scoreboard. I couldn't see. 12-6 curve low and inside. We're back to full with 2 outs now. Yeah, there's the 5. It is buried in the scoreboard there in right center. All right. Oh, got me with the four-seamer on the inside corner. Quality pitch. He earned the strikeout there. Top of the 7th, 2 away. Milwaukee's still up 2-0. Nobody on for Tyrone Taylor. He's going to put one deep into right field here on that 2-2 pitch. Made it to the warning track, but that's all she wrote. Easy to make the play there. And we're heading to the stretch, kids. Don't forget your Cracker Jack. Top of the 8th, Sal Frelick again. He's 0 for 3 today. There's a runner on first and 2 out for him. 0-2 pitch on the way with Milwaukee still leading 2-0. Fly ball that I don't have to move much to get to, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the top of the 8th. All right, top of the 9th. Bases loaded. Milwaukee's up 2-1 right now. There's only 1 out. Tyrone Taylor at the plate. Hopefully he hits this a little on the shallow side. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll see. Nope, he plugs this one deep into right field. Going to be able to make the play there, hit the relay man, but the run is still going to score. It is a 3-1 ball game. All right, bottom half of the 9th. I'm leading off 1 for 3 on the day with that single I hit in the 4th. Nobody out, nobody on. See, we got to get on base by any means. That's definitely the name of the game here. Devin Williams on the mound for Milwaukee. Got a 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer, nothing else over 86 miles an hour. Let's see what we get on pitch number 1. Chopper out to short. I don't think I'm going to beat it out. Nope. There is the first out. First pitch hacking does not work. Trying a little bit of ambush tactics there. It did not come to fruition. Holy cow. We somehow tied it up. Now bottom of the 10th, it is 6-4 Milwaukee on top. Runner on first and 2 away for me. Aaron Ashby on the mound for Milwaukee now. 97-mile-an-hour sinker, 90 on the circle change. Nothing else quick. And that's an easy take on the 12-6 curve in the dirt. It's a 1-0 count. The long ball here would go, will at least tie it back up. Oh, 12-6 curve just above the knees this time. A little out in front of that, so all I could do is foul it off. It's a 1-1 count now. Something tells me I'm going to get the gas up and in. No. 12-6 curve way off the plate outside. It's now a 2-1 count. Another pitch off the plate away. That time a slider misses the corner. It's a 3-1 count. Yeah, I'll take the walk if he's going to give it to me. But I'd much rather hit a homer and tie this up. Sinker on the inside corner. Called a strike. It's a full count. Here we go. Down to the final pitch here. And he puts a 12-6 curve outside. That's an easy take. Runners on first and second now. Couldn't pull it off, though. It's 6-4 is the final score here. Milwaukee takes game number 2. They now have a 2-game lead in the division. They're coming out swinging here today. No chance of us coming out of this series the division leader. We were tied coming in. Milwaukee's won 2. So they are guaranteed to have at least a 1-game lead in the division by the time this game is over with. Bottom of the first now. 2 out, nobody on. 98-mile-an-hour four-seamer here. 90-mile-an-hour on the circle change and 95 on the cutter for Luis Severino. And a slider inside. That's an easy take on the first pitch. It's a 1-0 count. My batting average has dropped to a .318 over the course of this series. Just not being able to hit, get any base hits. Getting more walks than hits, I think. And striking out more than the 2 of those combined, I would say. I don't feel like that's an unfair assessment of my plate appearances so far in this one. 2-1 count now after fouling away the four-seamer at the top of the zone. Let's see what pitch number 4 looks like. Four-seamer on the inside corner. Fouling that one off too with a super late swing. If he hits me with a slider here in the zone, that would be phenomenal. That's exactly what it was. Perfect swing. Knocking that puppy out into center field. All right, we got the base hit. That's a step in the right direction. Bottom of the second, it is now 4-0. Holy mackerel. I'm 2 for 9 on the series here. Runner on second and 2 out for me. Luis Severino still on the mound. He's only thrown 34 pitches, but then again, being the second inning, 34 pitches is a lot. Let's see what we can do in this plate appearance. Fouling off the circle change, low and inside, but in the zone. That makes it an 0-1 count here. We'll see what we get for pitch number 2 and if it's worth swinging at. Oh, a little chopper down the third base line. Not going to be able to beat that out as he throws across the diamond to get the third out. And it's a 4-0 lead exiting the second inning. Top of the fourth, Luis Urias at the plate for Milwaukee. Still a 4-0 ball game, St. Louis on top. He's got a full count with a runner on second and only 1 out. Let's see what he's sending out right field way this time around. Good fly ball there. That's probably going to advance the runner. No, runner stays at second. He did not tag up and go. That's kind of surprising. Whatever works, though. Bottom of the fifth. Still a 4-0 ball game. We've got Michael Fulmer on the mound for Milwaukee now. He's got a 93-mile-an-hour slider, 97 on the sinker, 98 on the four-seamer, 90 on the circle change, and a slurve hovering around 80. Sinker just off the plate away there, so it's a 1-0 count. I got a runner on first here with only 1 out. We've got to try to avoid the double play here. Oh, late swing on that four-seamer inside third of the plate. Holy cow, had me fooled there. 1-1 count now. And that didn't fool me. Sinker that was up and away at 97. I think that one definitely got away from him just a little bit there. 2-1 count now. Oh, chopper down the first baseline. Call that a 3-6-3 double play. Wow. Not the way you want that one to work out. 4-0 is still the score, though, on top of the sixth. Sal Frelick at the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He had a single last plate appearance in the fourth inning. He's got a runner on first and only 1 out here. 2-2 pitch. He's popping one up here. Right field, kind of deep. Lots of hang time. Yeah, it's an easy play for the second out when we get the ball back in a hurry to prevent the runner from advancing from first. Top of the 8th, the score is 4-1 now. Tommy Edman at the plate. He's 1 for 2 today. He hit a single in the 6th inning. A runner on third and only 1 out, so this is probably going to be a sac fly to make it 4-2. He puts quite a charge into this one down the right field line, and that's exactly what it is. Sac fly. No chance of getting the runner at home. Arm accuracy takes a dip on that throw. Alrighty. Bottom half of the 8th, 4-2 still the score. Nobody on. 1 away for me here. Sir Anthony Dominguez on the mound. 101 mile an hour four-seamer, 99 on the two-seamer, 91 on the slider, and 90 on his changeup. This guy's a flat-out hurler. Oh, he shows me that 90 mile an hour slider. I was just a smidge out in front of it. It's a 0-1 count now. Chopper to first, swinging at the slider way off the plate away. Easy ground out. Call that one 3 unassisted. Final score, though, we do end up taking the win 5-2 here to salvage a little bit of dignity. Not a lot, but a little. So we lose 2 of 3 against the Milwaukee Brewers. They're now 1 game ahead of us in the division, and that's the end of this series. Also going to be the end of the episode if you're still here watching. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the fun social media things, and we will see you in the next one.